Hey everyone! I can finally say Merry Vlogmas. It is Friday afternoon before Christmas. So I am starting this a little bit late, I know, but this month has been so crazy. I have been working so hard and I just didn't want to, well, actually I did try to film a few times and it was a total mess. So I have learned my lesson. I am taking advantage of the fact that I'm not going to be working for the next days, which are just 2 days of Vlogmas, but they are the best days, aren't they? And I'm gonna share them with you. Today I don't have anything ambitious in mind because it is already kind of the end of the day. I'm just going to church to do my confession, my pre-Christmas confession. If you're Catholic, you understand that having that clean conscience right before Christmas makes a big difference. So we're gonna take care of that. Then I also have to do some grocery shopping because I don't have anything for Christmas dinner. We are spending Christmas here in Milan because I am waiting for my visa. You would think by now I would have a passport, but I don't. So I cannot leave the country. I can't go see my relatives or anything like that. But you know, my parents are in Brazil, so it's not like we would be able to spend Christmas together anyway. So it's just going to be cozy, me and my husband in a very quiet Milan, which I think it's also nice because you can walk around, go to your favorite places and just enjoy the city without multitudes of people walking around. So let's get to it. Let's get to confession. Never easy. Doesn't get easy. I thought it would get easier with time. Nope. Well, it's amazing how you always feel 1,000 pounds lighter. Best feeling in the world. Now let's go to the supermarket because I am having a bit of an anxiety crisis not having food in my fridge for Christmas. Irrationally, I think that all the food will be gone by the time I get to the supermarket. So let's just get that out of the way, shall we? And since we're doing groceries, let's talk about my favorites from the Italian supermarket, shall we? It is a gourmet wonderland because Italians have such high standards when it comes to food. The love that they have for ingredients is reflected everywhere, just looking at the sheer amount of cold cuts that they have. Things will often have seals of production standards, indications of regions and the source of ingredients. Quality is a really big thing here. Love going to the gastronomic counter to get some freshly sliced prosciutto, and it's also where I usually get one of the gazillion types of cheeses that they offer. One of my life's obsessions, taralli, an olive oil based kind of cracker toasted concoction that I could literally just eat a whole bag of. You'll also find a lot of tomato products like sauces, pastes, bases. I'm always looking for the ones with the datterini varieties because they are naturally sweeter. Important tip to always read the ingredients list so that you won't find sugar in them. So these are pure tomato goodness and they can go easily into the cart. Another thing I'm crazy for are anchovies. I know, shocking, but they're so good here. This brand is my favorite and you can get it in little containers, but why not go for the ginormous one? Olive oil, extremely high quality in Italy. If you're eating it raw, like in a salad or to finish off a plate, don't go for the ones that are extra cheap. Instead, go for a cold pressed extra virgin option in a covered bottle from a more artisanal, kind of smaller producer. Then for the longest corridor of the supermarket, the pasta aisle. This is a dream come true if you love carbs like I do. When you have these many options, you want to be selective. So you want something with a lighter color, nothing too yellow, a rough surface, and a slow drying process. A pasta that has these features will not only be more delicious, but also more digestible. So you will feel less guilty about eating it every day. If you're into spreads, here you'll find the classic Nutella, of course, but also other hazelnut options and some pistachio options as well. Big supermarkets like this will also have a good offer of European skincare brands, which we all love. And to conclude this little tour, a stroll down the wine session is always fun. From north to south, from red to white, you'll find bottles that fit into anyone's budget. All right, we got the goods. It's not exactly what I wanted because I needed turkey legs. Turkey legs are so much easier to cook and they only had whole turkeys, which is making me a little bit anxious and I hate a dry turkey, so hopefully it come out okay. Also got some duck breast so that we have something for the 24th and the 25th. The thing is, Italians eat differently than we do for Christmas. They'll usually go for fish on the 24th, and then on the 25th they'll go for maybe a pasta or maybe a roast. But turkey is not a big thing here, and I love turkey, especially for Christmas. So it's a non-negotiable for me. What can I say? They'll also eat like nuts and walnuts and clementines and panettone, of course. That tradition we do keep up in our house. But overall, it's not really very Christmassy for us to follow an Italian menu. So we try and bring a little bit of our Brazilian habits to an Italian Christmas. And something else they'll have is something called stinco, which is, I believe, the knee of the pig, which is something I'm not very used to. Sounds very German to me, actually. We do have pork in Brazil in the form of a beautiful roast ham, and that they don't have here. It's a travesty. I've tried finding it past years, and it just doesn't exist. They don't even recognize it as a product. A beautiful leg of ham. But yeah, this sums up the day. Going to confession and going to the supermarket. And something in confession, just to, you know, close things up with a nice message. The priest told me something really nice, because I was telling him, don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but well, I was telling him that I have been feeling kind of insecure and thinking too much about what other people think of me, but not like in a modesty way, but more in a I'm afraid of being judged way. And he was like, you know, my mom, who only studied until 6th grade, once told me one of the wisest things I've ever heard. She told me that opinions are like flags, that they fly with the wind. So you don't care about them, you just do what you have to do, what you feel in your heart is supposed to be doing, and you keep moving on. There you go. That doesn't sound Christmassy. I don't know what does. Good morning, everyone. It is T-2 for Christmas. So we are in the finishing line. Went to the supermarket yesterday. We'll probably have to go again today because it is Christmas. You cannot not go to the supermarket every day up until the actual Christmas dinner. I'm also going to take a little bit of a day, not off, but I want to have fun today because I feel like I have been so focused on thinking about things and planning things and work and house and all of those. You know, they have to be done, but at the same time, it kind of takes time away from actually enjoying life. So right now, I am heading to Zara Home because I have seen their collection for Christmas online, and it is the cutest thing. And we're maybe going to have lunch in one of our favorite places. I feel like I always show you the same places over and over again, but it's because, you know, I like the things that I like. We're going to Quadrono, which is a very traditional bar here in Milan that makes amazing sandwiches and amazing martinis, which is what I'm going to have for lunch. I'm also planning on doing a little bit of cooking today just so that everything isn't crammed together tomorrow. So I'll probably do a little bit of a brine for the turkey, which is always a bit intimidating, especially when it's a whole turkey. At least it's not a ginormous turkey, which can be even more intimidating. And I'm also going to make some scones for Christmas morning or for Boxing Day morning. So that is already ready and frozen. And that's it. Hopefully I'll be able to fit everything into just one day. I also have to wrap gifts, I have to write Christmas cards, I have to do a bunch of things. There are only 24 hours in the day and I sleep for 8 of them. So that means that some of those things will not get done today. I just have to accept the fact. It is also weirdly warm today, like 17 Celsius warm, which doesn't really go with Christmas. but at least I'm not shivering and freezing, so for the vlogging, I guess it's okay. Our home was utter madness. I wanted to buy things, wanted to make my festive table that much more magical. However, oh, someone's singing, but it was packed. I mean, the necessity that I would have to actually get on that line, it would have to be life or death. So I didn't get anything, but I did remember that I do have to get some pasta for dinner. So we're going to try to go to a very, very traditional place here in the city. It's called Peck. It's paradise if you're a food lover, but it's also kind of a tradition for Christmas in Milan. So let's see if we can manage at least to get that. But we'll do a little break to hear a children's choir right here on the main cathedral of Milan. That's so cute! And now we are going for lunch, and I think we're not going to get sandwiches because the hunger is a little bit bigger than just a little sandwich. So we might get some ramen, maybe with some beers, and that will get us through the afternoon. Even though I have a lot to do, ramen does put me to sleep. So I'll ask my husband to kind of poke me if I start falling asleep uncontrollably. And we are back, and I am so sleepy. It's the ramen, guys. I don't know what it is. It has special powers. It's my kryptonite. It's my kryptonite. It just gets to me somehow. I didn't get anything at our home, as I was saying, but it's not like I'm gonna leave my table completely bare. So I thought I would buy some flowers and have fun flower arranging. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're gonna put on a Christmas playlist and do a flower arrangement for tomorrow's dinner. I think it looks pretty good. Maybe a little too dramatic. But you know, it's Christmas. Last activities of the day that I promise I will just wind down, watch a Christmas movie, do anything but prepare. I'm going to make scones and I'm doing the turkey brine. The scone recipe that I am using is actually my own. I hid my video. I made it private because it's too cringy. It was the beginning of the channel. I was very awkward in front of the camera and I thought people would make fun of me, which they did, but now that that already happened, we can move on with our lives. If you want the recipe, leave me a comment and I'll give you the link, but it's a really good recipe. Even though there is a lot of cringiness, it's worth the final result. These cones are amazing. So let's start. I actually have already started because I've already measured my ingredients. I just need to combine everything, make everything beautiful, and that's it. I'll make this a bit more inspirational than instructional. Instructional or instructive? See? Awkward in front of the camera. Hello everyone and merry the day before Christmas? What is it called? Christmas Eve! Merry Christmas Eve! We have already started preparing for Christmas. As you can see, we have a turkey ready to go into the oven. It is filled with butter. I'm feeling good about this. I was a little bit scared yesterday, but for some reason I have some newly regained confidence that I don't know where it came from, but I have a feeling everything is gonna work out great. We went to buy some pastries as a dessert for dinner. We also went to the supermarket for the 6th time in 3 days because we needed more butter because there's never enough butter when it comes to Christmas. Now this baby is going into the oven. Going to prepare the basting because I think it needs to be kind of humid a lot. So butter, wine, orange, all the good things. And then I have to wrap some presents and write some Christmas cards for the person who is filming me at the moment. And that's it. Then we're going to church and then we're going to have Christmas dinner. Well, Christmas Eve dinner because this baby's for tomorrow. Today we're eating duck, which I also have to prepare. So maybe I'm too optimistic. Wish me luck. Let's put this in the oven. This is a big turkey for a tiny oven. Everyone, it is nighttime. We are heading to church for mass. We're not going to the midnight mass, even though a lot of people do go because we're early birds and our church does not have a midnight mass. So there you go. We'll probably end today with a compilation of food on the table, setting a table, maybe some presents, I don't know. And this will morph into more food tomorrow. So it's just food all around because that's a big part of Christmas. So we'll see each other again tomorrow. And this is it, everyone. With this mishmash of videos of food, of the city, of the Christmas lights, we end this Vlogmas. Just wanted to take this last moment to thank you all for being here. I know that sometimes my channel can be a bit chaotic, a bit erratic in the posting calendar, which makes me even more grateful for you guys' patience and the way that you always receive my content with such kindness and always with a nice message and a nice comment. And I really want to take this feeling of gratitude over to the next few years of my life. I think that it's very easy to kind of get caught up in everyday problems and think that everything is just bad or things aren't the way that you want them to be, which one is terrible because you are setting a very unattainable goal for your life, and two, you miss what you already have. You don't appreciate the amazing things that you already have in your life. And this connects really well with something that I actually saw in church when I went to do my confession in the beginning of this vlog. There is this nativity scene that is called the Witzendorf nativity scene. It was actually done by Italian soldiers that were captured by the German army. These Italian soldiers did not want to join the Nazi fascist movement, and when they were in the concentration camp where they were captured, they used materials of maybe mattresses, of their clothes, of just scraps of what they had around, and they built this nativity scene for the 1944 Christmas, just so that they had a vision and an aspiration of hope and of gratitude and of happiness and of light at the end of the tunnel. So that really put things into perspective for me. I thought it was just so beautiful. It was very rudimentary, they didn't have the technique to build anything beautiful aesthetically, but the intention and the story behind it made it one of the most beautiful things I've seen in a long time. So I just wanted to share that with you, and just to remind you that most of us at least, live in a great time during history. We have access to so many amazing things. We can have these moments of sharing, of connection, of feeling human, and I think we can all practice a lot of gratitude in our lives. So there you go. Don't mean to be preachy, just wanted to end on a positive, kind of inspirational note. Let me know down below what you've done for Christmas, what are your plans for the holidays, and we will see each other again next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.